Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Elizabeth coming to you from Sedona, Arizona. Today is Monday, April 13th, 2020, and this is going to be a reading for Virgo. Hi Virgo, how are you? Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. You're all welcome to join me in this reading for mid-April. So we'll say today the 13th to the end of April. And if you're cross-watching, I also welcome you. Feel free to swap around the characters. As always, these are general messages and may not resonate for everyone, so take what resonates and either think about the rest or leave the rest. The choice is yours. Let's see, a couple of announcements. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please send me a message. You can find me on Instagram, and I'm at Elizabeth Light Tarot, and that's Elizabeth with a Z. So I welcome you to follow me there. You can message me there and I will follow you back. Okay, what else? I kind of think that's it. I just want to get into the reading. My dear Virgos, I wanted to start with a card from the Power of Surrender deck. So we're going to start with that. I have cleared all of the decks. They've been pre-shuffled thoroughly. I've burned sage and sweetgrass and vetiver, frankincense and myrrh, white copal, incense, you name it, it's been done. So I'm really excited to read for you guys, and I hope that you're all well. Hope that you're healthy and safe. Hope that your families are doing well also. So we're just going to get you just to start the reading and kind of feel into your energy a little bit, Virgo. I do want to get you a Power of Surrender card. They're very short and sweet, but they can provide a lot of insight as well. So here we go. One card for Virgo, please. One card for Virgo. What does Virgo need to surrender at this time? What does Virgo need to surrender the most at this time? Okay. Oh, Virgo, surrender to play. Surrender to play. Your inner child is calling you, especially during this time. Okay, take a break from overthinking a goal. Well, that sounds like Virgo because you are so goal-oriented, Virgo. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. That's really beautiful. And with everything that we're all going through, this is a time where whether you are still working or whether you're working from home, or whether you're not working at all, play is really important. Whatever that looks like for you. Think about anything that would be fun, anything that would make you laugh, dancing around your house, playing with your children. You know, it's asking you to surrender to play, and that, you know, like I said, 6th house, Virgo, you're ruled by the 6th house. That's all about the day-to-day activities and getting things done, planning your Knight of Pentacles in the tarot. And that's all about, you know, setting goals and really following through. It's such a practical, beautiful earth energy that you carry with you, Virgo. So this is asking you to maybe go a little bit backwards to your sister, brother sign, Leo, and let that inner child come out and have some fun. Okay, so whatever that looks like for you. Next, I'm going to take a card from the Angels and Ancestors deck, and that's by Kyle Gray. And I was kind of feeling this deck for you, Virgo. I kept getting this message that the ancestors are with you. They're with you. Your ancestors from this lifetime, from past lifetimes, that the ancestral energy is really with you right now. So we're going to pull a card from this deck, Angels and Ancestors, and again, that's by Kyle Gray, and see what message we have for my dear Virgos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. One card for Virgo, please. Druid, hold the space. Wow. Look at this wise man. Not so much like a hermit. He's definitely a sage. The Druid being the ancient Celts, right? Pre-Celtic times, the Druids, he has a beautiful sort of like serpent tattoo on his arm, signifying, you know, the regenerative nature of him, that he's able to regenerate, shed old skin. And that might be something that you're doing right now, is sort of feeling like you want to shed some of your old skin, just being in this place of being able to hold your own space. I'm going to read what the book has to say about this incredibly beautiful Druid. He's a sacred one. Hold things together is the message. Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Well, that might be out of your control right now. Stand strong. Look at how strong he is. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon, you know, and you are an earth sign, and you are a mutable earth sign, Virgo. And what does that mean? It means that you're born in the time of the year when things are changing. So that makes you changeable. It makes you adaptable. So the other mutable signs in the zodiac would be, let's say Sagittarius is a mutable fire. Pisces is a mutable water, and the mutable air sign would be Gemini. So it means that you're adaptable. You tend to be able to cope with changes in a way that some of the other signs aren't. And like I said, you're a mutable earth. And so you sort of understand the nature of changes within the earth itself, within Mother Gaia, within Mother Earth, that you're sort of able to, like, you're connected to the seasons, you're connected to the changing ways of the earth. Okay, so these Druids, they had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. And they were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. Beautiful. Look at his wand. I mean, that is just his staff or his wand. So beautiful. The extended message from the Druid, Sacred One. When the Druid card appears in your reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, I'm sure you do, it's time to shift your perception, right? And move back to a state of trust, a surrender. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. And you are all about the plans, you know, for the most part. Trust the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, like you, Virgo, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. So it's asking you to sort of be like a tree in that sense. And the storm comes in and the tree is able to sort of like, its branches will sway in the wind. And unless, you know, if the earth below it is steady, it can stay steady if its roots are strongly planted. So it is speaking to, for me, like your root chakra, like really grounding yourself, really getting into your seat of power. So you have to be in a calm space to do that, Virgo. And we'll see what wants to come out in the reading for you. We'll return to this beautiful Sacred One. I'm sure we'll return to him during the reading. So we're going to put him there with the play, because it's also asking you to play. And maybe part of holding your station is sort of like it was saying, not being fixed to one specific goal, one specific outcome of how things have to be. And part of that could be like through opening up your heart to your inner child, asking your inner child what it needs to feel happy, you know, to feel like connected. And so that could definitely come through some playtime for you, Virgo. playtime for you. So for the tarot portion, we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot, and I also have the energy oracle cards that we can use to clarify, and we're going to have a really nice reading for you guys. Like I said, I've already pre-shuffled a lot, and so yeah, so we're gonna, you know, I'm just gonna like give them a quick shuffle when I call in the elements here. So when I open your deck, Virgo, I see death and rebirth with the Magician. And how appropriate is that? I mean, it is a death and a rebirth, and it's showing us that we are the creators of our own reality for real, that we have the power to create the life that we want right now. So, okay, Virgo, I call in the divine with love and light. And I call in the archangels at the four corners of the world. See the Five of Wands here, some drama, obviously. I call in the six elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today. I call in Archangel Metatron and Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon will bring up the crystalline core of Gaia and help ground the reading and provide information. And Archangel Metatron will bring in the Rainbow Bridge to connect us with the Akashic Records. Okay. All right, Virgo. So I think we're going to start with past energy. We'll do 3 cards for the energy that you have just moved through. The most important energies that you've just moved through. We'll ask for 3 cards. And that could be, you know, what happened last week, could be last month, it could be back in 2019 that you were moving through these energies. And we're just going to ask for the most important energies that you move through. So 3 cards. We're going to take 3 cards for Virgo. It's funny because in these 2 cards, the Surrender to Play and the Druid, we see like the old wise man and the young child, right? Like, you know, the death and the rebirth. We're born young, and, you know, with God's grace, we die old. And so there is this like circle of life thing happening here with these 2 cards, right? And it's so interesting to me because when you see someone who is very old and they've lived such a long time, and you meet them or you know them, it's a family member, you know, or it's someone that you're friends with or you meet, and they are like embodying their inner child. I think that is the most beautiful energy because there's such a wisdom, you know, a wisdom with this wise sage, and then carrying the energy of a child within them and allowing that to, you know, to stand at the forefront, the 2 together. I mean, that is an ascension energy in a sense. So it's really beautiful that that's coming out for you. I just sort of got that. I just got that message for you, Virgo. Okay. So past energy is the 3 of Swords. I knew this was going to come out. I knew it. 7 of Swords. Wow. So some tough energies with the 2 of Wands. So the 3 of Swords, and this card depicts it so well. This is just like you just wanted to scream. You just wanted to scream. Like, you know, feeling like everything had been taken away from you, or that the threat of things being taken away from you, the threat of losing things with the 7 of Swords. Like, this pandemic, this situation was the thief in the night that was going to come in and take things away from you. So we're going to speak to, you know, the energies, the global energies, and then we can sort of feel into some of the stories that may be happening with you on a more interpersonal level. So with the 3 of Swords, this is where the 3 swords are sort of piercing through our heart space. But they're swords, so they're mental energy. And everyone, Virgo, everyone walks around with 3 swords in their heart at some point in their life, at various points in their life. But this is, you know, this is an energy that can feel, it's not the 10 of Swords where it was like overkill, but it's a heartache. It's a pain in the heart. That's also mental. you know, and like I said, she just like wants to scream. She just wants to scream. So if you haven't fully moved through this energy, you need to find an outlet, you know, go out and scream in your house, go outside and scream, like whatever that looks like for you. Write a song about it, you know, write a letter about it, write a poem about it. Jump up and down and stomp your feet like a child would do. It helps to move the energy is what I'm getting at. It's about helping yourself to just move that energy. And you may have already done this, you know, where, you know, some of us are a full month into quarantine. Some of us are 2 weeks into this, you know, self-isolation. So it just depends. And the Seven of Swords, that is, you know, the lies, the betrayal, deceit, feeling like someone is just running away with something that is really dear to us. That's really dear to us. This could have been a relationship. So I'm just going to say it, you know, this could have been a really hard breakup where you found out someone was cheating on you, Three of Swords, third party situation. And you discovered the lies, you discovered the betrayal, and you're left with a broken heart. So that's the relationship message. It could also be around work. It could be, you know, losing a job, but that there was a betrayal, to your heart. So this is a tough energy that you move through, and it resulted in you having to sort of like plan something new, going back to the Druid about, you know, sometimes you have to take a break from defining the goal, from setting the goal, from fixating on the goal, or the decision in this case, and just take a minute to really look at the big picture. You know, the twos suggest that there's, you know, a choice. So that's good. That means that there's a choice. And in this case, you know, she's contemplating. She's in a deep contemplation about which direction to go in. It's Wands energy, so that's good. It means that there's still fire in your belly. It means that there's still passion. It means that there's creativity available to you. It's not a Two of Swords where, you know, she's just stuck. You know, it's a Two of Wands. You know, it's a very warm energy. You know, we aren't still in Aries season. This is a card of Aries. So perhaps this is something, you know, more recent that just happened because we have an Aries card coming out. And this could have been you leaving something. This also could have been you leaving something in a hurry. Like, you know, it was unbearable. The situation was unbearable, and it was like, I'm out. You know, he's headed out in the night. There's a shadow here. And now you're in a much quieter place where you're able to really sit down and hold the space. He has a wand in his hand with a, you know, a quartz crystal on top, signifying that there's clarity available to you. Beautiful clarity available to you. There's, you know, the feathers on the wand signifying messages from the higher realms, higher perspective. And, you know, she's in a quieter place. And like I said, she's got the whole world there. So she's kind of deciding, what do I do? Interesting, you know, interesting energy to have worked through. And really, if this is, you know, just about this current situation, which is big, it's really, really big. It's about looking at the heartache of the world. This treachery, you know, beyond the veil. If you're watching this and, you know, you're of a certain mindset and heart space, you'll know what I mean. The shadows, and just like that it was unbearable and something needed to change. And this pandemic is sort of bringing about an opportunity for everyone, not just you, Virgo, but everyone to really sit and contemplate which direction they want to take their life in. See that VW bus there? It's about like, well, I could just hit the road, you know, when this is all over, take my savings and go see all the things that I always wanted to see. It suggests a sort of like willingness to travel, maybe move somewhere else, take your passion somewhere else, take your business somewhere else, take your family somewhere else. When all of this is over, maybe leave the big city. You know, people are really shaken up in the big cities, and rightfully so. So it's a powerful way to start a reading. It's, you know, we shouldn't be afraid of this Three of Swords, Seven of Swords all the time. It can suggest that there are big changes coming, because this energy, you know, is an energy of the mind, and things that people have said to us, things that people have done to us, things that we've conditioned ourselves to believe too, sort of like internal and external forces. It can be both, but that is leading to, it's a catalyst for a change, for a new path forward. So I think that's really beautiful. And just as a way to start off your reading, at the bottom of the deck is the Sun, just showing that this is a blessing for you, Virgo. This is a big blessing for you. Whatever this new direction, new possibility, you know, you're deciding and you're planning. You are the 6th house in the Zodiac. You're the 6th sign in the Zodiac, which occupies the 6th house. And for those of you who just want like a 2-minute astrology on what that means, the 6th house it's a very grounded energy, as you are an earth sign and a very grounded sign. And it rules like the day-to-day things. It rules, you know, work. It rules organization. Being of service, though, you are a service-oriented sign. And so if you have been in a situation where you have been like betrayed in a space where you were being of service from your heart, it is going to feel like that for you, Virgo, because you take your commitments very seriously, your responsibilities very seriously, the things that you have put your heart into, you take that very seriously. That's your 6th house. It's your routines. It's, you know, it, like I said, it's service work. It's doing the work, setting the goals. Slow but steady wins the race, really planning very well. You're ruled by Mercury, just like Gemini. So it is like a high-mindedness and being able to get into the details of things and really analyze how you're going to make your plan work. And that's sort of what she's doing here. You know, she has an idea of which direction she wants to go in. And there is like, she is in this space. She is holding the space. And there is some contemplation, and I think that could be where the surrender to play comes in. Maybe you don't need to go and scream and stomp your feet. Maybe you just need to play a little bit. Maybe you just need to play a little bit. Maybe you already did the screaming and the kicking. Okay. All right, Virgo. So we can get some clarifiers as we go along. And see what comes up. So far, no court cards coming up for you. We did have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, which always means it's a blessing and that things will come to light and things will be clear for you. So we're going to get 3 cards for your present energy, the energies that you're presently moving through, current energies for my dear Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Wow. Okay, and your card came out. I knew your card was going to come out. When I was showering, I got a download of your reading today, and I saw the 3 of Swords and I saw the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, thank you, Spirit. All right, let's start off with your card real fast. So this is you in the Tarot, Virgo. You are the Knight of Pentacles. He moves slow but steady. Slow but steady. He's on a mission. All of the knights are on a mission. And his is about, you know, the things in the physical, the things you can see, feel, and touch. Money, home, family, your body, even, you know, your physical vessel. And he has a plan, and he is willing to take the steps that he needs to take, analyze the situation, plan it out very carefully, full of care, until the job is done, until it's done. He is a slower moving knight. He's the slowest moving knight of all of the nights. Earth energy is a slower moving energy. It's more dense, right? So that's you. That's you. Now, coming out underneath the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords is so interesting is the Ten of Cups with the Nine of Cups. The cups are an emotional energy. It's our hopes, our dreams, our feelings. So the Ten of Cups is about the happily ever after, emotional, ultimate wish fulfillment, ultimate happiness, family. You know, it's always associated with a rainbow. It's just where we are truly blessed. And the 9 is where we're sort of like almost there. We're really like almost there. We're wishing for it. It's where we know exactly what we want with the 9. And we're manifesting it. We're wishing for it. So, and you know, a lot of times I do see the 9 as the completion and the 10 as the outcome. You know, the 10s are the completion of the cycle, but sometimes it's like the 10 is actually the outcome and the 9 is the where we know exactly where we want to go with it. So you've got this coming out under this Three of Swords and Seven of Swords energy. This almost like an ending of something, a changing of something. You know, it's like the night to the light. And the Knight of Pentacles is, if you see how they came out, you know, he's going in an opposite direction. So this could really speak to you having, sorry, like you really had this idea of what you wanted things to see. Now, I just picked it up in reverse. So that's Spirit's way of telling me that this, you know, this didn't fully come to fruition, or it did, and there was an abrupt ending to it. Because the Knight is going in the opposite direction. You see that? He's sort of walking away from it. And because it came out under the Three of Swords, like there was, yeah, that this Knight, because he's coming out under the Two of Swords, I think your wish may have been just shaken up, you know, which is totally understandable. It doesn't have to be something so traumatic as like a partner cheating on you, lying to you, one of you leaving the other. It really could be that, but it also could just be this situation that the whole world is in right now. And this is the energy that you're moving through of really, because you are a Virgo, reevaluating what the next chapter of your life is going to look like. Maybe you thought the place, the town that you live in, you know, okay, this is where I am. This town is my happily ever after. I love this place and I'm going to stay here for such a long time. And you know, whatever, I've got this job here, and now perhaps that whole thing is changing. And now you're thinking, planning, what else is there for me? What else is there for me? He moves slowly, you know, he is not the guy. I don't think that this is you, Virgo, because traditionally a Virgo wouldn't be like a thief in the night, running away from a situation in haste. That doesn't feel like your energy. It could be, you know, depending on what placements you have in your chart and all of that. But I really see this Seven of Swords as more of like a tower moment that the whole world is having. We're in a giant tower moment, which is freeing us. Ultimately is going to free us from the things that are, you know, the things in our life that were holding us back. So it's very interesting. I really feel as though you are reevaluating, like so many people, what your happily ever after is going to look like over the course of this next year, decade, the rest of your life even. And that maybe the things that you were once wishing for just don't have the same value anymore. They don't mean the same. They don't mean the same thing to you. They're not as important, or they're just unattainable now. They could be things that are just simply unattainable at this point because the world is changing. Industries are changing. And as a Virgo, you're going to be you're not going to sit on your laurels. You're going to be planning. You're going to be planning. What's my next move? What's my next move? How can I adjust myself to this situation? How can I adjust? How can I, you know, how can I come out of this better? How can I come out of this on top? It's pretty powerful, Virgo. Okay, let's get 3 cards for your future energy. 3 cards for your future energy. Which, in my last couple of readings, the future energy kept coming out as the moon. Which was saying, like, no, you can't see everything right now. But let's just get 3 cards for your future energy. And it's not that you've given up on a wish. It's not that you've given up on your dreams. You know, it's not that at all. It's that you're realizing that they may have to change. They may look different. And this doesn't have to be where you're moving or you're changing careers. This could just be like really taking stock of how you can make your life more sustainable, how you can better prepare yourself, you know, for something like this happens again, or if this thing doesn't seem to go away, you know, for a long time, that you're just sort of like really replanning, like, okay, we're going to make cuts here and we're going to make ourselves more efficient in these areas. You know, I don't know why I just heard someone is like, wants to put solar panels on their house, like invest in that. That just came to me, like, just as an example. It doesn't have to be so dramatic as you're packing up your bags and putting your family in the car and you're all leaving. Like, it really could be that, but it doesn't have to be as dramatic. It could really be about, like, you know, really honing in on every detail of your life in the physical and figuring out how you can adjust that to be better prepared and to be more efficient, more sustainable. And this surrender to play says, take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Play. First message that came out for you, surrender to play. And I think, you know, you are being called to hold some kind of a space. You're the one with the 10 of Cups. You're the one with the 9 of Cups. You're the one currently holding that energy of the happily ever after and the wish fulfillment. Whether you are completely on your own, or you have a partner, or you're an owner of a business, or you're managing a whole group of people, or you have a family, either way, you are holding this energy of the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. And that's big energy, my friends. That's big energy for you to hold. And that's why this Druid is coming in to support you, that you are capable of holding this space, of holding this space. You are capable of that, even if it has to shift, even if it has to shift, because you know that hard work pays off. You know hard work pays off. You know that things take time. You know how to nurture the dreams, to nurture the goals. That's what the Knight of Cups does. He's such a beautiful energy. He's such a beautiful energy. He's such an ally. He's someone, you know, he doesn't even need to get on the horse, you guys. Like, he can just walk beside the horse. He's not racing. And that speaks volumes about the energy of you, Virgo. When your own card comes up in your reading, that means that you are on the right path, or that you're getting on the right path, that you are like in a sense of power, even if you don't feel like it. This can also speak to making sure that we nourish our bodies at this time, the physical vessel. You know, the only pentacles coming up so far is you. It's surrounded by air energy, mental energy, swords. It's surrounded by cups, the emotional realm, wish fulfillment, dreams, and wands, passion and making a decision. So the only pentacles energy that's coming up is you. So just as a reminder to nurture yourself, your physical vessel, your body. Get out and take a walk. You know, he's got the shield on his back. You know, he's looking back, or he's looking to the side. He just looks really comfortable. Barefoot, connected to the earth. Get out there and ground yourself, earth yourself. Like, put your feet in the earth. Seriously. Take your shoes off, put your feet in the earth. You don't need the shield in the front. You can put the shield back behind your back. And if there's some danger, you can flip it around. You know, he's got his pants rolled up, like he's good, you know, he's good. His horse is so beautiful too. Can we just take a moment? I'm a Sagittarius, so, you know, horses for me. But look at how beautiful his horse is, how regal. And that he doesn't even need to ride it. He's a knight on a mission who's just walking beside his horse. Well, he's leading the horse. This Knight of Pentacles is very, very special. Okay. Future energies. What is coming towards my dear Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, and Cross Watchers. One more time. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow, Virgo. Wow, Virgo. Okay, so the major arcana is coming out and some pentacles came out. Wow, Virgo. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck is strength. Have strength. Get your strength back. If you feel like you've lost it, nourish your body. All the things I said, take some time, get out there into the earth. You're an earth sign. Put your feet in the earth. Get those positive ions from the earth, you know? Okay. We've got two very big power players here. Twin flame energy, soulmate energy, or the divine feminine, divine masculine within you. The Empress and the Emperor. Virgo, this is what's coming towards you. Holy cow. This is amazing. Total abundance, creation. The Empress, she nurtures everything. She can grow anything in the physical. Some of you could get pregnant, and this could be you and your partner. Doesn't have to be gender specific, okay? It's the energy that we're embodying. The Emperor has total, like, dominion over things in the physical. He's a master. He's a master of all the things, you know, the home environment, the career, the money. You know, he can provide for everyone, make sure everyone's happy. He provides order and structure. Aries energy for the Emperor. Red shirt connected into the root chakra. He's literally like, his couch is Mars. Mars driven, action, the male principle, the yang, and she's the yin. Pregnant with possibility, pregnant with life. This is what's coming towards you, is abundance, creation, unconditional love, stability, the stability that the Emperor provides. I mean, I can't even, you can't even make this up. Like, this is so crazy. And he realizes, you know, he's holding this, I don't play chess, but he's holding maybe a king in the game of chess, signifying that he knows how to play the game. He knows. And as a Virgo, you kind of know too, you know, you're really able to navigate your way through things in the physical world in a way that some of the other signs have a hard time with. You're able to take the dream, the wish, and it's not just a concept. It's not just a thought in the head, a fantasy. It's not just a feeling in the heart. It's an actual doing in the physical. And that's why he's holding this, I want to say, king. If anyone plays chess, like, please let me know what this is. He's holding it because he knows how to play the game. He knows how to win. And not for the sake of beating other people, and not for the sake of hoarding, and not for the sake of, you know, being domineering. He can be, but when he's coming out with his counterpart, it's showing a balance between the two energies. That there's love here. There's compassion here. It's very new paradigm for these to come out together. It's new earth energy that's coming out. And it comes out with the Three of Pentacles. That's the lead card for your future energy. So this is how it came out. Family, working together, building something together. The Holy Trinity, Father, child, mother. And that could look like whatever it looks like for you. These could be the aspects within yourself. Your inner child, your inner parents, your mother and your father within yourself, as far as how you parent yourself, I did feel this sense of needing to take care of yourself. For those of you who are overburdened, not in a state of play, you're overthinking, and maybe you feel like you're not holding your space right now, that this future energy is asking you to embody, you know, really work with yourself, you know, and nurture yourself, parent yourself. Like, you have to parent yourself right now. Unconditional love and a little bit of discipline, you know, the fire in your belly and the love in your heart. And even from the sacral chakra, you know, she's birthing creation here. Birthing creation. So that's one of the messages that I'm getting, is about you really, really, you know, that you have, because the future, this is a free will zone. This is a planet. This is a dimension. This is, you know, just a space of total free will. So the future's not written, but these are the energies that want to come in for you at their highest vibration. And so before I start any reading, I do a meditation. I call in the energies that I work with, the angelics, the galactics, okay? I call in the galactic energies. I call in the earth energy, Mother Earth. You know, I call in the energy of the sun. My highest self, I ask them and I thank them for, I always imagine my ego going to sleep during my readings. I know that sounds silly, but like, we give my ego a sleeping pill so that my ego can take a nice long nap while I'm doing these readings, so that the highest messages can come through, you know, the highest trajectory for you can come through in the reading. So the future's not written in stone. It is, you know, this is like a higher timeline, a high timeline that you can get on. And you may be like, yes, I'm totally feeling this. And then you may be like, oh, that would be great. So the first story, like I said, but just going back to that, but it's free will. Okay, so nothing's written in stone, but this would be great, right? If this is more about like you know, and your career, let's just say, it really is about finding the right people to work with. Maybe you're already in that place where you're like, I miss my people at work so much. I cannot wait to get back to work and finish all the projects that we started, and, you know, and all of that. Or it's, you know, it's just about, like I said, with this Knight of Pentacles, kind of like perhaps going off to something new. He might be walking towards this new situation of how to build something new with like-minded people, you know, with people who really he's going to be able to trust, people who have the same vision, people on the same wavelength. sort of like leaving behind, because remember, in the beginning, it is about like leaving this all behind, leaving this energy behind, that there's a choice to be made, a reevaluation of your wish, your heart's biggest desires, your happily ever after. And that, you know, the three is in the 3D, because this is the Three of Pentacles, third dimension, really like building something really great. This could be just within your own family, you know, within your own family. This could be, if you don't have children, like finding that partner, that partner may be coming to you, a soulmate, and you're going to be able to manifest together, because it's 2 3s here, 33. 2 3s and a 4. We're in a 4 year, 2020. 2 + 2 = 4. You got 2 3s and a 4 here for your future energies. It's beautiful, Virgo. It's absolutely beautiful. It's telling you that you're going to have the power to create anything you want. And that's why when we first opened the deck, I saw death and rebirth with the Magician. Let these swords die. You know, allow yourself to have this rebirth. Allow yourself to have this rebirth. Okay. So, and I don't think that we need any clarifiers for these, which is pretty cool. I'm loving this. At the bottom of the deck is strength. So we'll just talk about that real quick. You know, number 8, so it's signifying the lessons that we have to keep learning over and over and over again until we get it right. Our soul's journey, the lemniscate, the infinity sign that she has tattooed on her arm. It's about, you know, the half man, half beast, half divine, half shadowy. It's the balancing of our, you know, mighty as a lion, gentle as a lamb nature. There's the heart energy coming in. There's the Leo going back to play. Leo is inner child. And I was saying, maybe take a step back when you can, just into your Leo energy. You know, we all have every sign somewhere in our chart. Even if you don't have planets in Leo, it's in a house for you. It sits in one of your houses in your natal chart. And Leo is your brother or sister sign. As a Virgo, Libra is one of your brother sister signs, and Leo is your other brother sister sign. So it's like right next to you. You could be a cusper too. This could be speaking if you are a Leo Virgo cusper. So that there is this balancing that's going to have to happen, or that you're in the process of dealing with and working through and working on. And that's, you know, that there is, you can be in a space of like total power and still be gentle with it. That, you know, again, like talking about putting the ego to sleep, that, you know, if your ego right now is talking in your ear about some of this past energy you were moving through, or even like if this is just the pandemic energy and everything that's happening in the world, the strength card is coming in, you know, to tell you to have strength right now. But like I said, also what the strength card signifies to me too, because it's a major arcana, it's a bigger energy, is that we're sort of like in a loop of working through some of the same lessons over and over and over until we have mastery over them. And with the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, there is a sort of mastery associated with the 10 of Cups. It's a completion. It's an outcome. It's a happily ever after. And that you're sort of like, I don't know. I'm rethinking all of this. Or this is changing and I have to rework it. It's sort of like being able to come out of that loop in a way and move on to a higher trajectory, to a higher timeline of our existence. The Druid has that strength. The Druid energy that came out for you has that strength, you know, of being able to hold the space. These are two energies that can hold the space. And this could really be you sort of fighting a little bit with your ego right now, or fight, not even your ego. I'm not feeling that quite so much. I'm feeling more of the worry and the anxiety behind what's happening, and that some days you're really falling into potentially into that well, you know, that dark place. So the Strength card coming in, you know, to let you know, like, it's time to really tap into your innermost strength and courage. Hold the space and play and have some fun. And again, this is sort of like, you know, even if you look at the two energies here, the sage and the child, the druid and the child, the elder and the child, and then the sort of like duality here of the woman and the lion, the beast and the lamb. So it's also telling me to be a little bit wild, Virgo. Maybe let your hair down at this time. Yeah, let your hair down a little bit, play, be a little wild. I know that we're really restricted right now as to what we're able to do, but it is suggesting that now that that's another message that I'm getting as I'm like really honing in on this energy for you, Virgo. For you is like maybe to be a little bit wild. Take some chances right now, even. You know, you can still maintain this very practical Virgo-esque way of doing things, the planning, being full of care, careful, very grounded, but to sort of like ignite some of the fire within you, because now you've got, you know, these two really nice fiery energies that came out for you, the wands and the strength, which represents Leo. So, okay. So let's see, let's get you a couple of cards for, what are the outside influences for Leo right now? We'll get some, we'll just see how many want to come out. What are the outside influences? And then I want to see what comes up, and then we might even do like what your blockage is, and then what's the way forward. So let's do one card for your outside influence, one card for blockage, and one card for the way forward, and then we can always clarify them. Okay. So what are the outside influence? What is the outside influence for my dear Virgo right now? It's a beautiful reading. It really is. It's a beautiful reading for you. This potential timeline for you. Strength wanted to pop out, but we're not going to take it. Okay. Now all the cards want to jump. What is the outside influence for Virgo? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. One more time. Outside influence is the wheel in reverse. Okay. Okay, so this isn't bad. I only have 4 cards in the deck right now that are reversed. I had no idea what they were. I don't like having a deck half full of reversals. I find that if an energy is reversed, it'll sort of, it will show itself in the reading. It will reveal itself sort of in a more organic way. And at the bottom of the deck is the Chariot. Okay, so we're going to take both of these. So the wheel, card of Jupiter, card of great blessings, abundance, you know, kind of goes along with the Empress a little bit. It is a completion of a cycle. It's that wheel, that the wheel always turns, that things are always in movement, things are always changing, and this is a sign that like blessings are coming your way. Now, when it's in reverse, it just means that there is a delay. It's not that you're unlucky, you know, it's not that you know, are stuck, but you feel like you are. It means that there is a delay and this is the blockage, and it means that there's a delay, that things feel really like they're not moving. Feels like the wheel isn't moving. Half of you aren't even getting in your car and driving anywhere, right? Half of you aren't even leaving your home. And the Chariot is your car, but it's also your physical vessel, your spiritual vessel, right? It's determination and will. It's moving forward really fast, chasing after that thing. You've got your head and your heart together. They know what they want. You're coming from higher state of consciousness. Your heart is like, you know, it's magnetizing all the things that it wants, and you're going after it. You can't do that right now because there is a delay in this wheel turning. That's the blockage. So that could obviously most certainly speak to the energies that we're moving through right now. Yeah, for sure. And it's coming out under this 3 of Pentacles. So this is like where we're able to actually like do the work in the physical, actually work on the things, do the things, get out and do the things. And that there's a delay. There's a delay. We might get an additional card for that. Okay. So that's the blockage. Oh, I was asking, what do you need to release? What, almost like, what Virgo needs to surrender. Are these in the right direction? Okay, now I think now half of my deck is reversed. Whoops. Okay, what do you need to release? What does Virgo need to release? What does Virgo need to release? Justice in the reverse. Well, a lot of big energies. These are all major arcanas. So I feel like the next 2 weeks are going to be really big weeks for you. Like this is as an inner work goes, the inner work, doing it, making sort of like decisions and just big energies that you're moving through over the course of the next few weeks. So we've got the Justice in reverse, and that's what you need to release. So I think that it's almost like you need to release, it's interesting, wanting everything to go back to normal. That's the message that I'm getting for this. That's it in reverse. Needing to release this sense that everything has to be in perfect balance, right? It's an 11 card, so it's the number 11 in the major arcana, so that's, you know, an angel number. Justice is where things become balanced, where they're fair, where it's a card of Libra, okay? I think just needing things to go back to normal, like releasing the sort of control over everything, going back into a state of balance again, because this wheel isn't moving, because the Chariot isn't moving forward. You know, it feels like there isn't any control. It feels like there isn't any justice. It feels like this isn't fair. So maybe needing to release that way of thinking, because justice, you know, associated with Libra is also like more mental energy. It's more of a mental energy. Changing your perspective, like the Page of Swords in this deck at the bottom of the deck, changing your perspective, becoming a little bit lighter. Again, this surrender to play. You know, I really felt this for you guys, because now look, the Empress is like looking at justice. This future energy that's available to you, this divine feminine energy that's available to you. She's not really too worried about this energy, but she's looking at it and she's knowing, with a knowing that in due time, you know, the scales will be balanced again. And it has bigger implications too, for me. on a global scale, about rebalancing the scales of justice around the world. It has much bigger implications. Almost like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, Virgo. And you can release that. It's not yours to carry. And like I said, with Virgo being 6th house ruled service to others, you're such a service-oriented sign. You're not a water sign, right? A Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the deep, deep feels, but you do deep, deep feel. You care so much about people, about the world, about, you know, things being in a state of synergy, I want to say. You know, where energy is in sync, where the energies are in sync, and you see the imbalance, you know, you see the imbalance, and it's like you're carrying the weight of the world. So that it's asking you to release that, surrender to play, hold the space. It's a powerful message. So the blockage, what you need to release, the way forward. Okay, I hope this is resonating for some of you. You know, these are generals, so I try to pick up as many storylines as I can. I'm just sensing like a sense of control, even because the Emperor coming up as a future energy. And when the Emperor is out of balance, he can be a dictator, you know. And it's coming up under the Knight of Pentacles and under the Two of Wands. This whole first row is the divine masculine in you. Because the Wands, Aries energy, fire, solar plexus, solar, sun, masculine. The Knight of Pentacles, obviously a masculine energy. The Emperor, a masculine energy. And see how there's progression? Past, present, future. There's progression here. Your masculine energy is progressing. It becomes a king. It starts out as this youth looking out the window, contemplating, you know, if she's going to take her hippie bus out or if she's going to, like, you know, take over the world. Which one is it going to be? And makes a decision, takes off on the mission, and comes out the Emperor. He's not just a king, he's the Emperor. So there's a serious progression of the divine masculine, which is amazing. If we're looking at the feminine energy, okay, because they do call her Lady Justice, right? Or maybe that's Lady Luck. Anyway, if we look at the feminine energy, the feminine was wounded. The feminine energy within you had a wounding. It had a deep, deep wish, and emotional intelligence. This is like her emotional trophy case, you know, of all of her emotional gifts. And here's the progression, you know, to like throwing all of the gifts up in the air, almost like a forgiveness in a sense about whatever this energy was. There's an element of forgiveness, or that my dreams can overpower this energy of like feeling like the world can take something away from me right now. The situation can take something away from me right now. A person can take something away from me right now. But that like I'm so full of light and love that that's going to overwrite this. And here's the potential future where like she can create whatever she wants from love. She's not going to worry about this, you know, that she's a creator. She is creation. So that's your divine feminine, divine masculine balance. Or it's you and your partner. And that is incredible. Or it's you and a new partner that you're walking towards. Or a new business situation. It's impressive. So anyway, then what was I getting at? So then justice coming up, you know, more of this like sort of feminine energy with the justice card. it's going to take time. That's all. It's going to take time. And I know I keep repeating the same messages, some of the same messages in each of the readings. But I wanted to touch on how like this masculine feminine is really showing itself. Okay, so the way forward. So let's do one card for what is the way forward. Almost like an advice card. And then we're going to get you some oracle cards. I have some special ones for you, Virgo. I've got some special cards. Way forward for Virgo. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Eight of Cups. Okay, we're just going to take that too. So you are definitely in a space where you are evaluating. Like I said, there's a certain level with the 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and then the Knight of Pentacles walking away, that there is a certain level of asking yourself, like, what is sustainable for my future? What needs to change? What can stay the same? What is going to grow if I give it my energy? What isn't going to grow if I give it my energy? It's planning, you know, it's planning that requires a level of patience, but it is like a planning. And it's telling you, you know, to kind of like let go of that. Like, because in the Eight of Cups, it's like a walking away from something, a walking towards something else. So the way forward is for you to put down some of your analytics. It's for you to put down some of your analytics. Walk away from your own mind for a while, your own mercurial mind, as you're ruled by Mercury. Like, just let that go for now. I think that you're putting so much energy into this overthinking of this whole situation, and it's taking up a lot of your energy, and I get it. I really do. Maybe for the next couple of weeks, if you can get into a space of surrendering to play, holding the space as a wise one, and just kind of like getting back into starting to embody these energies, just embodying them, that things are going to, the answers will reveal themselves to you. The plan will just reveal itself to you. That maybe it doesn't have to be so calculated, you know, and so overthought and so overanalyzed, that you can sort of just let go of that energy, that it's going to be good for you to actually just, you know, just stop putting so much energy into the seeds. Stop putting so much energy into the things in the physical, the things that you don't have any control over right now. You know? Trusting in the future, trusting that these beautiful energies are available to you, that the wheel is going to turn again, that the wheel is going to turn. You know, this wheel, it's going to turn again. And there'll be blessings there for you. There will be blessings there for you. Wow. All right, Virgo, we're at an hour and 8 minutes. So I wanted to pull some angel energy for you to see which one of the archangels had a message for you. I'm going to use the Angels of Atlantis. And what I love about this deck is that the angels are shown in orbs. I mean, this one has a bird, but they're shown in orbs. And so I wanted to get an angel message for you and see what wants to come in. Like I said, I really hope that this resonates for you guys. And I've already pre-shuffled them, so we'll just get you a card. One card for Virgo, please. One card for my dear Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. April 13th through April 30th, right? 30 days in April? Yeah, 30 days in April. You feel like justice, you know, has not been served. Like, I'm really getting this feeling that you are really like, you're really waiting for justice to come to your situation, to your community. And this is really like, this whole thing is taking up a lot of your energy. And I get it. And you're probably like, well, why isn't it taking up your energy? Isn't it important? So, you know, I do understand. I really, really do. But this is asking you, you know, even if you can just get yourself into that space where you feel a little bit more free. If there's something that you do have control over and things that you actually can do, then do them. But if these are things that you're just waiting, you know, for the tides to turn, for the wheel to turn, for things to change, I love the cards that came out for you, Virgo. You know, then surrender to play. Then do something fun. Be silly. Whatever that looks like for you. Whatever that looks like for you. Okay, you got 2 angel cards. Gabriel, inspiration. Look at this. Look at this. These cards, this is probably the only one with Earth on it. I'm just looking at these cards. Like, we've got a whale. We've got a stadium. We've got scales of balance. We've got fruits and vegetables. This is like the only card in the deck with Earth over it. Gabriel is the messenger of God. He is the archangel that brings the messages from source, from your highest self, from your ancestors, from the future, from, you know, God himself or herself, from Gaia, from the sun, whatever it is that you believe in. Gabriel is the archangel that brings that information to you. And Gabriel is saying there is, like, look, he's shining a light over Earth, through Earth. He's sending messages down. And it's like here's the hope. You know, you've got the world, you've got the Earth twice in this reading now, and you're an Earth sign. You are a steward of the Earth, Virgo. You care. You really do. And that's why I'm kind of being a little bit tough with you, because I know, you know, of the signs that I'm reading for, I know that you're the one who really, really, really cares about what's happening right now. You care about all of the people who are sick. You really care. And so look, the Earth is coming up twice. Like, the Earth wants to send you a message. Your element is coming in to message you. And it's saying, be inspired. There is a light surrounding the planet, in the planet, going through the planet, from you know, from the angels, from above, bigger forces than you can imagine that are here, that are also taking care of things. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's so interesting. Actually, you got the world 3 times, because here's the other one. 3 times. The globe, the Earth, the world came up in your reading, Virgo. That's crazy. You are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. That's for a lot of you. Not for some of you are like, shut up. No, I'm not. And maybe you're, you know, you're really not. But that's what this is. It's like just wanting to scream. You feel betrayed by all of this. I'm feeling it from you. I'm feeling it. And Gabriel comes in to say, be inspired, in spirit, inspire, inspiration, in spirit. Spirit is in you. So it's a very quick, and then Metatron came out for you, and that's about mercy. Oh, there's the world again. Okay, I'm going to show you, or maybe that's more of a diamond, but it's like a diamond Earth. Yeah, that's more of just the diamond. Okay. So you got Metatron and Gabriel. Metatron, you know, one of the most powerful, the scribe of God, you know, literally the scribe of God who knows everything that's in the Akashic records, knows all of it, holds the universe together with sacred geometry. Amazing angels coming out for you. So I want to read Gabriel first, the divine messenger, and its inspiration. Okay, so let's do this together, dear Virgo. Take a deep breath and visualize your breath force as a beautiful blue light filling you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and visualize your breath force as a beautiful blue light filling you. Gabriel will guide you to connect with the flow of the universe with God's breath. When flow occurs thus, Gabriel removes the tensions and holding points that have prevented you from creating love and joy in your life. Inspiration means to be influenced by the divine. And if you can take several moments to enjoy Gabriel's breath as your breath, relaxation will abound. And creative ideas will swiftly flow into your consciousness. Therefore, allow stillness to facilitate the flow. Pushing doesn't allow, it merely creates a resistance. And you can do a chant, Ra Amen, 3 times for the channel of angelic inspiration to remain open, Ra Amen. And yet protect yourself with a golden light around your aura as you move through the business of life. Thereby, you will protect the exquisite vulnerability of your soul's truth. Inspiration. And then we have Metatron, one of the most powerful archangels that there is. And Metatron does come in, you know, for the light workers and the indigos and children and the star seeds. Mercy. So it is talking about like being merciful with yourself. I feel like you are already merciful towards your fellow human beings. I'm feeling that. So mercy is God-given and therefore channeled through the sovereign leader. It is then allowed to flourish through the garden of the meek. What do they say? The meek shall inherit the earth. Therefore, if you harbor any negative issues such as anger, let go and live the life of your full power, your sovereignty, and express the implicit power of compassion. Be silent as you meditate on this oracle. And Metatron will bring you inspiration. And there's the word inspiration again. Like spirit, I felt ancestral energy with you, Virgo. And so I really felt like the ancestors that, you know, are with you really want you to get out, play, be inspired, be a little bit silly, have some fun. I know, like, you know, it's not about like going on your boat right now necessarily, or, you know, going to a club or going out to restaurants or like all of those things, or traveling, seeing new sights. I know it's going to have to happen like from within. And if you are working, you know, then especially you're going to need some kind of an outlet right now if you're out there doing the things in the world right now. And then for those of you who are home, like inspiration is here for you. Have mercy on yourself first and foremost. Have mercy on yourself. You don't have to fix the whole world. You're not going to. You're not going to. You know, if you're consistently watching news and things like that, and then you can't sleep at night or whatever it is, you know, be merciful with yourself. Take care of your body. Rest, play, you know, get some sun, get the sun on your skin. Talk to people who are, you know, who are going to provide you with some positivity. You know, if you have more of the negative Nancys in your life, maybe don't talk to them as much. You're going to have to clear your energy. I've been saying this to everyone. Everyone needs to be clearing their energy. Even if that's just, you know, if you can open up your windows and let the air into your house. If it's a little bit windy out, that's great. Let the air blow through your house. Clear the energy of your space. It's really, really important right now. And then I wanted to get you a card from the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Noel, because I feel so many people are awakening right now. And those of you who already, you know, feel this energy of being a starseed, a light worker, an angelic, someone who's lived many, many, many lives before on this planet and off planet, and you know that you're here on a mission, you know, to be of service, Virgo, to be someone who brings a higher vibration to the world, to be someone who is inspired by, you know, by bringing in a new world, a new paradigm. Then, oh, and 2 came out. It's funny, all of the cards in the readings have been coming out in pairs. It's like everybody's kind of getting double the message right now. Star ancestors, yeah, that you have, ancestors kept coming up for me, and that's why I picked the Angels and Ancestors deck. And now it's saying like you have ancestry from the stars. You know, thinking about a bigger perspective, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. If you are a Virgo who is going deep into the news, mainstream media, just know that there are other options for you. There are hidden secrets. We're not being shown everything. Look a little bit deeper, you know, look into, even now could be a great time for you to learn something new, Virgo. Have you always been interested in ancient Egyptian culture? Because, you know, that's kind of the theme here. If there's something that you've kind of always been interested in, but you've hesitated, you know, to kind of like you haven't had the time because you're always so busy planning. Maybe this can be your surrendering to play. Maybe as a child, you were just very inquisitive and always had your head in the books. This could be an outlet of play for you, is learning something new, learning about, you know, an old tradition, a new tradition, getting into some of the esoterics, maybe ordering yourself a tarot deck or whatever that looks like. But this is saying like, dig a little bit deeper. Can you go a little deeper right now? That could be so good for you. And then, yeah, cracked open. You feel like you have been cracked open. Rock bottom. Death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. I've been feeling this for you. And I know some of you are handling this well and are navigating through this well, and there is no good or bad. That's what I was saying about the Metatron coming out to say, have compassion with yourself and with others. So if you're in one camp where you really feel like you're falling apart some days, have mercy with yourself. Yes, this may be a time where you are being cracked open to make changes to your life. That this is a catalyst for the greatest change thus far in your life. If you're in the other camp where you're like, I'm doing great, but I'm watching everyone else be cracked open and hit rock bottom, well, then you are someone, Metatron is asking you to have mercy and compassion for those people. Remember perhaps where there was a time where you were in this energy, you know, and to be there for them as a light worker, as someone who's in service. And it's saying surrender to the alchemy of life, that we're creators, that we can turn, like Jesus turning water into wine, like the alchemist turning a base metal into gold, you know, that we can turn this unbelievably difficult situation into gold, platinum, beauty. Cracked open so that the light can get in. Cracked open so that the light can get in. The light of who you really are. That your ancestry goes beyond the bloodline that you came in with in your DNA. That it goes beyond that. You've had lives in other star systems. Your soul is old. You've been here before, many, many times, on Earth as an Earth seed, on other planets, and you came here as a star seed. So I have one more very special deck for you, and then we're going to wrap this up. And again, I went so long. So this deck is by the beautiful Light Star. She's from Sedona. So this is called the Magical Dimensions Oracle deck. by Lightstar, and I just want to get you a card because these are made in Sedona. They're also activations. You can go to her website, Lightstar Creations. She has amazing artwork. She's got the Oracle deck for sale. You don't have to be, you know, highly intuitive to use these. These can be something to really awaken your senses, awaken you to, you know, your intuition and visions. They're so beautiful. They have such beautiful messages. And I just wanted to get you one, my dear Virgo, for that inspiration. That inspiration. You know, I cut some lilac from a lilac tree on the property I live on, and I was thinking about lilac just before I started your reading, and the color lavender and the smell of lilac being linked into, you know, things that are mystical, like unicorns and fantasy and castles and rainbows and like all of that, and fairies and elves. So color therapy is such an important thing that I really want to mention. If you're feeling low, wear some bright colors. If you're feeling really anxious, wear some calming colors like blues, light blues, like maybe some calming greens to relax your heart. Flowers, if you have any flowers on your property, pick them. If you have a printer and a computer, print some pictures out, put some colors on the wall, work with color. Color is such an amazing gift, you know, I mean, literally gift that we can use all the time. But that, you know, how lilac, I was just thinking about this lavender color and how magical it is and how it can really stimulate, you know, your third eye and visions and things like that, and dreams and imagination and all of that. And, you know, just to surround yourself with really as many high vibrational things, people, anything, the music that you're listening to, as you possibly can right now. As you possibly can right now. Okay. Harmonic resolution, negativity, anger, transmutation. And at the bottom of the deck, exiled. Okay, so the bottom of the deck comes up as exiled. That's how we feel, isolated. Isolated from the world, separated, disconnected. But like she says, it's an illusion of separation. You know, and she's standing there, like there's like this little fairy coming out of a keyhole in a door. She's holding the roses, which signifies her purity. That's you know, how pure you are, and that you don't want to be isolated or disconnected. I know that some people can do well in these situations. Some people can thrive in these situations, and not everybody can, but that the separation is an illusion. And so this is something that just kind of came into my awareness today, is that this separation, this self-isolation, not being able to see a lot of people, is actually connecting us in different ways. So whether that's just you're calling more people, you're having video chats, you know, you're interacting with people more digitally, but also that we are also, as a collective, connecting more on a multi-dimensional level through things like telepathy, that when we are in a space of quiet and isolation, if we actually allow it to be that way, right? So really taking the time to not feel like we have to distract ourselves with something every moment of the day, that some of our extrasensory abilities will be turned on. Things like telepathy, things like being psychic, having visions, starting to hear our guides, talk to our ancestors, things like that. So I love that that card came out at the bottom, the illusion of separation, okay? And just it is speaking to, you know, as a sign Virgo, for this Virgo collective I'm reading for, this could even be just you in separation with your soulmate, your twin flame, your partner, your family, you know, because of the 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords energy. It really does, the way that the reading started, it spoke to like almost like a harsh ending of something, a walking away of something that was really harsh. And then the card that came out, so that's a number 14, 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is a 5. And I'll just let you kind of like look at how incredibly beautiful these cards are. Lots of light language in them. That red door. Look at that red door. The red roses, her red skirt. Passion, you know, and it's things in the physical, the 3D. But that like the upper dimensions want to come through. They want to come through. Maybe experiment a little bit with some of your extrasensory gifts, you know? I was really feeling that for you with this coming out too. Tapping into, like, digging a little deeper. What else is there? What else is there? And then the card that came out for you is harmonic resolution, negativity, anger, transmutation. Lots of light language in this. And I'm actually going to go to the page. I turned right to it. Okay. Whoops. And this gives you crystals that you can work with. So that's another reason why I use this. And I have 2 of them. So the 2 crystals that you can work with are shungite. See, that's elite shungite. And that's like 98, 99% carbon base. And you can, it's detoxifying. It protects you against EMF, electromagnetic radiation frequencies. It's highly protective. It's grounding. It can transmute lower energies. And it doesn't have to be this elite shungite. It can also be, I don't think I have any handy, but it can just be like tumbled and polished. The elite shungite has the highest concentration of carbon. And it contains something called, oh no, I'm not able to find the word, but it's different from coal. And there was, if you look up shungite, and it inside of its molecules or atoms, there are like empty space inside of them. And so that's why it can purify water. Like it can actually purify water, so it can also like purify your body. It's highly protective. Like I said, it wards off EMF. It can deflect it from you. So this could be a great stone for you right now. And then the other one is rhodonite, which you can see the pink, like really good for acceptance, self-love and acceptance, forgiveness, heart healing. And then the black in it is black tourmaline. So it's also highly protective as well. Highly protective. Okay. This image is connected to lavender. I was just talking about that magical realm of lavender, but also the red color ray, going back to that red of the physical and the 3D. Okay, the celestial interpretation, harmonic resolution resonates to the thickness and heaviness of the lower dimensions. This can cause disturbance and scattering of energies, and over-identification with emotions and frustrations. Like, are you over-identifying right now with your emotions and frustrations? It's quite possible. So the over-identification with emotions of frustration, anger, isolation, and confusion, which disrupts the auric fields. Divine light codes transmute these emotions, diffusing and disarming lower emotional states, and return the auric field to harmony, peace, and serenity. That's so beautiful. So the oracle interpretation, you need to acknowledge some of the lower level emotions, hidden negativity, frustration, and confusion that may be a factor right now. Release any unfocused and distracting mental chatter. Breathe deeply and diffuse excessive mental and emotional energies to regain your balance. You may also have attracted people in your life who are operating from lower vibrations, and you need to disconnect from this. Harmonic convergence, bringing things back into harmony. You know, and that's why I was feeling like you really should be clearing your energy like every single day. And right now, everybody should. But Virgo, I was really feeling this for you. Your companion essential oil is Palo Santo. So that's also something, you know, the holy wood. You can get these fairly inexpensive, and you just burn some Palo Santo. So I think I will burn a little Palo Santo right now for you, Virgo. Okay, I'm just going to burn a little bit of Palo Santo. I love you, Virgo. I love you for caring so much. You know, I really do. I love you for empathizing so much. You're like the water of earth. And a lot of you might be nurses and things like that. And so, you know, working in the medical field, maybe you're working in a grocery store, you know, you're an essential. If you are a Virgo, you might really be an essential worker. And that's where this is coming in. So we're just going to burn a little. I'll hold these up for you. And I'm sending you Palo Santo. And just feel into that. Trying to get the glare to go away, but it doesn't really want to. All right, my dear Virgo, I love you guys so much. And I really wish you so much goodness. And don't forget, you know, to play. Don't forget to play. Get inspired. Call on your angels, your guides, your ancestors. You know, thank them and ask them to come in and support you right now. Really ask them to be with you and to support you right now. You're worthy of it. Have compassion for yourself. You know, you have a beautiful future ahead of you. You really do. You have all of the abundance in the whole world. Look at this. This is a harmonic resolution with these guys. Look at that. The Empress, the Emperor, and like the rebalancing and the transmutation of lower energies to bring in just total abundance, stability, love, mastery, all of it. That's incredible. That is so incredible now that I'm looking at those three together. So, all right, my dear Virgo, I wish you nothing but the best, and I will see you in a few weeks, and we'll do a May reading for you. The new moon is on April 22nd, along with Earth Day, so like really set your intentions, set them high, but don't overanalyze these, you know, things that are going on in your world. Try to surrender to the flow a little bit. Okay, take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.